instant. He got me popping it. I'm out there popping again. I'm with my dog. He got the torch and we going straight for the win. Pop your itch then. Pop your itch. Okay. Pop your itch then. Pop your itch. Like that. Popping it. They got me popping my itch again. Yeah. Talk like you talk and walk like you walk. As long as you pop it on 10. Pop your itch then. Pop your itch. Okay. Pop your itch then. Pop your itch. Like that.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Pop Your Ish Podcast, and I am your stupendous host, Jay Crutchfield. We kicking off season 3 with my boy, superstar, Gabe Lussman. He got that goddamn single out right now. I'm talking about it's on fire. I'm talking about how many, you did like 1 million streams or something like that already,
it's
right?
It's going up, man. I'm really excited. What's the move?
What's the move? What's the
up, everybody?
move? What's
Gabe
the move?
Lussman, checking in.
Know what
I
I'm
had to
saying?
come pop my ish today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, what was the inspiration behind that song, dog?
So
I think I didn't mean to cut y'all, but like as soon as you dropped it, you said within like a few hours that shit ran up.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I'm
like
saying?
a lot of people, like, it was something new for me. So like a lot of my music, I'm not gonna say it sound the same, but it had a very similar sound to it. And I've been doing music, like I say, like since May of 2006, so almost 20 years. So when you're doing music that long, you got to get creative and try different things and remix and try different, add some new stuff. So like when I went to New York, there was an artist that I really liked, Wolfie, and then there's another guy, Cash Cobain, and they have this sexy drill that they're doing. Because the drill music originally started, if I'm not mistaken, over in the UK, and then it went to Chicago, and then it went to New York, and then they call it sexy drill, And so it's like a little melodic kind of vibe over the drill type of beats, but they have like a nice little bop. They sing over it.
So hold on, drill started where?
In the UK.
In the UK.
Yeah. And then it went to Chicago where it got popular.
Oh, okay.
You know
I thought Chief Keef
and
started it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, and Chief Keef, of course. Yeah,
Right.
Shout out to him. Shout out to the Glow Gang.
Okay.
But so that the song came about because I just wanted to really try something different.
Okay.
And I went up to New York and I experienced like the music, and I went to some of the parties, and I went to the studio. I forgot what it was exactly called, but the one where Tupac got shot at, right there in Manhattan. I think it was like, it's only a number. It's like 723 or something like that. But it was really dope, and I got to meet some of these artists that are like the main drill artists from New York. Like Sally Paper, like some of these really bona fide sexy drill artists. That's like the flagship, like moving that whole movement. So like it really inspired me to make this song. And What's the Move is kind of like birthed from that. And I had help from my guy. Kavan, he made the track.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Okay.
And then we did a collaborative on the writing, and it just kind of came out, and it's a bop, and everybody likes it. I haven't heard anybody say they don't like the record.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I'm launching a radio promo tour for What's the Move.
Okay.
This coming Thursday, and I'll be going to 7 different states in 7 days. And working on securing a couple more. My goal was really 20 interviews, 20 cities in 7 days.
Dope.
I was just gonna try to see what my body could handle. Pause.
Hey, if you believe in it, I think it can happen, dog. So
Yeah.
I want to touch bases on that in a minute. Okay, so right now you're actually doing behind the scenes work, producing and writing, and you also in front of the camera as well. Now, which one do you prefer?
Oh, man, I love attention, man. I'm an attention whore. You know what I'm saying? Like, dead ass. I like attention. I like the spotlight on me. If it's not on me, I don't like that.
I got you.
I mean, I know myself. I'm honest with myself and everyone. So I'm not going to say, like, that's not true. I do enjoy being in the studio. I like creating. That's definitely a part of the process. And it's something that I really enjoy. I've written for people. I've been an artist myself. And
Right.
I love the process. I love music, and I love everything about it. The good things, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who have you written for as so far?
I've done some things with Chris Brown. I've done some music, of course. who else? Johnny P was like one of my first guys that I really worked with, and he did Backseat of My Lack. He was part of Do or Die in Chicago.
Okay.
Rest in peace, you know?
Okay. Bet.
My guy Brandon Zayer put me on, and he managed and stuff like that. So he introduced me to him and did some writing for him. I mean, there's a lot of people, man. I mean, even down to like just the independent artists. Okay. Like I'm not too good to work with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll work with you if you got a budget.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know, of course. But you know, I mean, if you're talented, that's what I'm looking for. Talent, drive, somebody that can bring it in the studio where I don't have to like really. Because I've worked with artists like, man, I have to go straight to the bar when I leave that session. Like, you know, I need a shot, and I need a triple shot with this artist.
Just a
My
shot?
ears are bleeding. You know what I'm saying? But then sometimes it's not that bad.
Right,
Shout out to all the
right,
artists
right,
that got
right,
a dream,
right,
follow
right.
your dreams. Okay.
Right. I mean, so when you're in the studio working late at night, you know what I'm saying? I know, you know, so you take your shot, whatever the case may be. I mean, what else is your kryptonite to keep you up working all night?
You know, just the passion for music, man. Like I said, I've been doing it for 19 years, and I love it.
Just passion.
Like, passion. I mean, I'm not really the type to like. I mean, I like girls coming through and stuff, of course, but that's kind of a distraction. Like, I like to get my work done first. Okay. And they can come and vibe after.
I got you.
And if there's liquor left for them, then you know, at that point, you know, they tell them to bring a bottle.
Right. Now, this promo tour. How did that come about? Did you decide what target audience you was trying to meet, or you trying to hit a certain market? Like, how did that come about?
Yes, so I've been really trying to corner the market in the Southeast right now. That's my goal this year, is to really corner the market and really get people knowing who I am from the news. I've done like probably 10 or 15 different news appearances. Right. From Fox, shout out to Fox News in Atlanta, Fox 5. Shout out to 11 Alive, you know, of course, and just a lot of platforms that's been supported, but really just corner the market is the goal. And I'm focused on Southeast region because, you know, I know that there's like artists that, even, for instance, like Trinidad James, Rich Homie Quan, some of these artists, rest in peace to him. You know, some of these great artists have, like, some of them didn't really have to leave Atlanta. They did, but they didn't really have to leave Atlanta to go platinum and to actually have a career. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like there's 10 million people in Atlanta, as far as I know, like 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But right. There's so many people here. You sell 1%, then you have your numbers. You know what I'm saying? So 10%, whatever. So pretty much, I'm just like going, and I'm not just shooting in the dark either. Like, I've been to a lot of these radio stations, and I've been getting spins. Like, a lot of them found me like on Instagram and stuff, and just started picking my music up and playing it. By the time it came for me to be like, hey. I give them my message. Hey, I'm Gabe Lessman, and just change their name. You know what I'm saying? Right. But then, you know, they've been like, man, I've been playing your music. We know who you are. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, because I've been working.
That's dope. That's dope.
But I'm just going and just running the mill and just hitting it over and over. Bring them some lunch, bring them drink, whatever they need. Keep them happy. Talk to the PDs. Right. And then they look out. And I mean, there's a station in Valdosta, Georgia called. My Hot 102.7 and 107.9 The Beat. So shout out to the guys, the PDs over there. Dope. And those guys have been supporting me for the last 2 years. I mean, I collectively, I probably get like 60 to 70 spins a week off of just those stations.
Goddamn. Okay.
You know, and so I'm that's like FAMU, like that's right there by the Florida, you know, line. A lot of them are, involved in the colleges and stuff. So it's like, it's a good look. And I'm just going to keep hammering away. Give them records. They're always asking for new records, so I got to stay in the studio.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. Now, being the superstar that you are, you know what I'm saying? Talented.
Right. Thank you.
You know how to write. You got the presence. Yeah. You got the energy. You got the voice, my nigga. You got it. Now, who do you look for inspiration in the music industry? Like, is there like a particular artist that you say, you know what? I like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like him. He keeps me motivated. He keeps me on my toes. Makes me really want to work on my craft. Is there anybody in the industry that inspires you like that?
Absolutely. There's like 4 or 5 people that come to mind. I would say, first of all, some of my biggest inspiration, even since I was a kid and I was just coming up, just had a dream and I didn't know where to start. I was just listening, like, how do you become like this Chris Brown person? Like how do you be greater than life, you know? And then have the music is always going to be bigger than us, you know what I'm saying? But of course, Breezy, he's the top of his game. He's he's a class act, and his music is transcending, and he's like the Michael Jackson of our time.
Right.
Absolutely. I don't care what nobody says.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's the top of his game. So that's every time I hear his music, I hear the passion and I hear the hunger and stuff. Like from the first time that I heard his first album he did with Tina Davis and Scott Storch and stuff, and ever since then I've been a fan of his music. So definitely Chris. I can't forget about Usher, man. Shout out to Usher. I love Usher.
What up, Usher?
Yeah. Shout out to the man. So I had a chance to actually like we share the same vocal coach, Mama Jan. So shout out to her.
Oh, dope. Okay.
So she's trained Bieber. She's trained Matchbox 20, Ariana Grande, Yachty, Usher, like some of the greats, you know, of course. And so she had like a showcase, and I was invited to perform.
Okay.
And then right before I go on stage, she's like, "Hey, Usher's in the back, so don't fuck up."
I was like, she gave you the heads up.
And I was like, wait, you say he's here now?
Right.
You know, this was like I think like 2 weeks ago or so, and that's the first time that I got a chance to meet him.
Okay.
And the I don't know what happened. I'm not gonna, you know, I know we're on camera, so, but something happened with my music, and the music was messed up. So I just say, you know what? Of course, it's gonna happen right there and then, you know. But being the artist I am, I've had a lot of DJs screw up my music and stuff. And
oh wow.
I've been through it.
You think it was done on purpose?
I don't think over there it's done on purpose, but I think, you know, who knows, man? You know, but at the end of the day, bro, like the show must go on. So I just rock with it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you know how to handle a situation like that with class and poise, I think that speaks a lot. And you know, that people are gonna say like, okay, this guy is a real artist. Like, I'm not gonna get mad and do all this. Like, I've been there. I've been in the club and cussed out a DJ. Like, you want me to show you how to work your equipment? I'll come up there and help you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But this is like not one of them times. You know what I'm saying? So I just say, you know what? I had a moment, one of them moments, and I'm like, you know what? I say, you know what? I'll just do it a cappella. And then everyone's like, whoa. And then I'm like, this is the time. And I had them clapping. They put their cell phone lights up. And it was like a very intimate crowd. There's probably like 50 people.
Oh, wow.
And it was all people that, you know, that go to Jan Smith Studios. And there were some phenomenal vocalists, man. She's incredible. She's a cut above. And it's really helped me learn how to use my instrument, you know, my voice.
That's dope.
And stuff. So it was cool. And I remember when we were walking out, my boy Silencer's with me. Shout out to him. So he was there.
What's up, bro?
And I was like, yo, don't be like, it's Usher. I was like, don't do that. And he didn't do that, but I'm just saying, I was like, don't do that. Like, we just had to pretend like it was all good. Like, we played it off, right?
Right.
So, because, you know, I love his music, and he's always been an inspiration. So we're walking out, and then Usher says, he's like, you really did that. He's like, I almost hit your ad-libs. I was like, you should have. You should have done that.
Right,
should have done it, you know? So it was a really cool experience. It's something I won't forget, and I'm looking forward to working with him.
That's what's up. So
yeah.
I see you do a lot of traveling. I see you in Miami. You about to go on this tour as well.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite market to perform or market your music?
Okay. Man, New York was crazy. It was really crazy. I got to meet all the labels. I went and met Atlantic Records. I met Epic. I went to United Masters. I did the whole press run. You know what I'm saying? I had a billboard in Times Square. You know what I'm saying? And
so are you still independent right now?
Independent.
Or did you sign? Oh, okay. I thought you were
fully independent.
Oh,
I'm
that's
doing
what's
everything
up.
myself. Like
Right.
paying people under the table, doing what I got to do
Respect.
to make stuff happen. You know, and I'm relentless. I'm an Aries. I'm an Aries.
I see the ram on your neck.
Yeah, you know.
I don't like Aries. My baby mama Aries.
Hey, but I'm a good Aries. I'm a March Aries.
Nah.
Watch out for them April Aries though.
Right, yeah, she April 13th.
I see. I was trying to tell you.
Right, but nah. I just bullshit. Yeah, I know she gonna. I was just bullshit.
yeah. I'm the good Aries, y'all. Like the March ones, that's the good one.
Okay.
But yeah, I really like New York.
Okay.
And then of course Miami's always a vibe. I always go down there, and I got a homegirl who got a condo at the Paramount. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know what that is. And man, we be in there, and I have 3 or 4 girls with me, and we just go around and go eat food and take them to the beach in their little bikinis and stuff. You know?
Okay, so it'd be what kind of drugs be involved in that type of environment?
Oh, I wouldn't know about that. I wouldn't know about that at all. But I know I like to drink though. I love me some AU vodka.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my jam.
When you, yeah, what's up, Mr. Play? So when you are in that environment, as an artist, you know what I'm saying? I mean, how do you stay focused? I done seen you with some bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? I done seen you with some bad ones. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, how hard is it to stay focused on your music and on your craft as opposed to all that ass?
It can get hard sometimes, but no. Pause. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
It can be tough. That's what I meant to say.
No, I got you.
But,
I got you.
But yeah. So I kind of compartmentalize.
Right.
It's like I've seen so many artists be distracted by women, by drugs, by whatever. But when there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah, right.
And I think that's part of being a true artist and having some success. You gotta know when to pump the brakes.
Right.
You gotta know like when it's time to record, when it's time to go get lit with the females, or whatever people like to do.
Gotcha.
So like for me, I like to handle my business first, and then as I'm kind of getting out of it, I mean, like I might have just a couple shots with you before I leave.
Yeah, for sure. We got
you know what I'm saying?
we got
Shout out to you.
Yeah, for sure.
But but for me, it used to be an issue back in the day. I used to be like real lover, simp boy, and like get caught up in relationships and let women control my mind and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't happen no more because like I'm a lot stronger, and I've had a mentor, shout out to Juice, and he helped me get my Q dog. He helped me get my mind right.
Okay.
And so that those things don't really affect me like they do other people, but I mean, I do love a big butt and a smile.
Right.
But yeah, to answer that, I just focus on the goal, because you take the after that's all done and the women and all that stuff is gone, then what do you have? I have my music, and she's my number one.
Right.
So that's what I focus on.
Right. So for the people that don't know, you know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this: when did you recognize that music actually was your passion and that you had that talent? Now, was it something you was kind of experimenting with, or was it like maybe like a tragic situation that kind of and music just became like your solace? You know what I'm saying? So how did that transpire?
So I've always sang since I could speak. Before I could speak words, I was humming melodies and stuff.
Oh wow! Okay.
Like they have the little toys and stuff that you could press a button and it would make like a little noise and stuff.
Right.
My parents had bought me those toys at a young age, like 2 or 3, and I was doing that, and I just really found love for music, and I just started singing. I mean, I think like one of my first albums was Turning Point by Mario. How Could You Let Me Love You, Braid My Hair, Nike's Fresh Out the Box, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
all the good jams.
Right.
And then I got like My Way by Usher, you know what I'm saying? And then the Chris Brown self-titled album, and I just really just spent on. Okay, don't forget about Justin Timberlake and the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Yeah,
I listen to them like hella, and
Gone.
Boys and Men. Yeah, I'm actually singing that tomorrow for the.
What you saying? Gone?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm singing that tomorrow for the thing, for the Zaytoven thing. They don't know what's coming. They about to see.
Can't get you off my mind. That's my shit though.
I try my best to be a man and be strong.
Keep going.
I drove myself insane, wishing I could touch your face. Yeah, so I think.
But the truth remains your God.
Yeah, man. So.
Hey, kill that shit tomorrow, dog.
You know it.
Is it a private event?
It's private, but I got a ticket for you.
What time is it?
5 p.m.
I think I might be.
It's at the new Black Wall Street.
Okay.
I think I got like a couple tickets left. So.
Okay, I got some interviews and I got tomorrow. I would love that.
Great.
I would love
it's
that.
Gonna be dope. Shout out to American Soul Star. I don't want to keep shouting out.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a reality competition show. Okay, so it's a reality competition show that they're doing. So it's a reality competition show that they're doing for Tubi Network.
Okay.
They're gonna be airing that, and we've been taping since like January. We just performed at I performed at V103, and it started with 100 people. It's down to the top 10. And the top person wins a $50,000 contract with Michael Harper. He goes by Esquire, and he has a company called Avant Garde, and Zaytoven will be producing the EP, which is like a 4 to 6 song EP, I believe. And they're doing a tour, and they have a lot of good stuff going on. It's been a great experience, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm in the top 10, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
So do we vote for you, or how does that work, or is it just strictly based off what they judge?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I know that tomorrow is going to be judged. It'll be judged by Mr. Harper. It'll be judged by Calvin. He's a comedian, really cool guy. And then also Zaytoven will be at that table, and then Johnny Blaze. Shout out to Johnny Blaze.
Dope.
She'll be there too. And then of course like news is gonna be there, and radio, press. We met Danny B from V103. I didn't know that they had a performance studio in V103.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, and
Right.
It was cool. I got to perform there, and it's called the Verizon Lounge.
Yeah.
So like a lot of like artists that like have made it and stuff like went there and performed for us. So I felt honored to do that, and it was pretty cool.
Now you are moving like a major artist,
right?
Like you got a whole machine behind you. Now, how are you making these connections? Do you have a team, or is it just like you say, the relentless grind? You calling people, you're on the phone, you send the emails. Like what is your day to day looking like?
Well, I wake up between 2 and 3 in the morning, and then I'll either be in the studio or I'll lay in my bed and I'll just get on Instagram for like 4 or 5 hours, and I try to like block out all the extra riffraff, like the girls and the scroll, like, cause you can fall into the scrolling and just be there for hours. So
right.
I go with a mission. Like I said, I'm gonna go talk to 20 people, or I set my goal, how many people I'm gonna hit. Then when it comes time to business hours, like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., then I try to go and make at least like 5 calls before noon. And I try to, like, I have a routine that I do, and I try to call and set up an interview. Like every day I try to do at least like 2 or 3 things for my music, towards my music.
Okay.
So, I've tried to audition for a reality show here. I put this, I go email blast here. I try to schedule an interview here, or schedule a studio session or whatever. And then I just then stuff just comes at me, and like keep that pipeline full. So my schedule is always going to have something going on.
Respect.
And then, and then you never know what's going to hit. Like, this might be my time right here at Pop Yo Ish.
Oh, you already
somebody
know.
see it, and then bam, they be like, oh, I like him, da da da, and then that might be my break. You just do everything and work as hard as you can, and whatever, something's gonna shake if it's meant for you.
Yeah, it's gonna shake. It's gonna shake.
So I just like to, man, it's just me. Like, I do have my producers, I do have my mentor, I do have, it's not all me. You know what I'm saying? I don't do everything, but for the most part, I'm probably like 90% on. As far as media and everything, that's all me. Like, I'm calling up PDs. I'm on my phone. Like, I was really inspired when I heard Chris Love's story. You know what I'm saying? And
Ludacris.
Yeah. So like I remember he said, I watch all the behind the music, all the documentaries. That's part of my routine too. Sometimes between 4 and 6, I'm sitting there watching Breakfast Club or Vlad TV or Pop Yo Ish, and I'm watching all these great different podcasts and different things, and learning and stuff, and trying to see what gems because a lot of them labels and stuff like to wipe the internet of all this stuff, because say I blow tomorrow, they don't want the blueprint laid out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to go watch so I can see.
Right. I got you. Now this you said it's a 7-city tour.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And you said you're gonna try to do 20.
The goal is 20 in 7 days. I like to shoot high because if you get half of that, it's still, in 7 days doing 10 cities is pretty good for just me by myself and as an indie artist. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I don't know any indie artists who doing that.
No. And you're promoting What's the Move?
Yes. It's called What's the Move?
Okay.
Radio promo tour. We're starting we are starting in Valdosta Thursday next week, and then of course shout out to my Hot 102.7 and the Beat 107.9. So I'll be seeing them first, and then the next day I'm going to Florida, Tampa, Maitland, Florida. Then I'm coming back to Atlanta. I'm going to do V103, Hot 107, Streets 94.5, and then I'm going to Columbus for Foxy.
Okay.
Shout out to those guys, and shout out to Nick and G Smooth at K92. And I'm just going to keep going. Like, the list goes on and on. But my thing is it's like it's fun. Like not only is it business and I'm gonna get my music heard, it's fun. I remember used to dream like about having my music on the radio and being able to go to these stations. I can just call them now, like, hey yo, I'm trying to pull up. They'd be like, when? You know, so it's like, and shout out to all the radio guys that rock with me and play my music because you don't have to do that. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I appreciate that.
For sure.
But it's like living my dream, and nobody can tell me that I'm not doing it. And it just feels good. I'm confident in it, and I'm just trying to be the best artist I can be. Like I just want to get better and better and grow and elevate. And everything I do is adding to that castle like that I'm building. You know
for sure. And what's your ultimate goal? You know what I'm saying? You want
Man,
Grammys?
ultimate goal is Grammys. I need a BMI award.
Right.
I need like one of my things is I want to be overseas and I want people that don't speak English to sing my music to me or with me in a different language when they don't even speak English. That's how I know I made it. That's what I'm saying. So that is the goal. I want to be in the O2 Arena. I want to be in Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotcha. I have the goals. I've been wanting it forever, and like I cried myself to sleep, prayed, worked, prayed again, repeat the process. So and it's getting better. I think I just see the growth and where I came from, and I inspire myself. You know what I'm saying? So like I just look at my own journey, and I look like, man, I got a ways to go, but I know where I came from though. You know, so
What are some of the pitfalls that you ran into as far as being an independent artist? What did you learn from it, and how did you overcome it?
I think when I started, I never thought nobody owed me nothing, but there's a lot of gatekeeping that happens. Of course. You know what I'm saying? So, and I get it because now I'm like starting to do things. And I'm like, you got to pay me, bro. Like, because I had to pay to learn certain things. And I had to put my stripes, you know. But I think that and like finding the finances to remain independent, because I think a lot of artists sign away everything in their IP, their intellectual property, because I think as a lot of times like we don't believe we don't know where to get the funding and how to do this, but if you stay down and you take your time, you can find all the resources, because it's not like in 2000 where you had to be with the major label, and the label don't want to even work with you if you're not developed. They don't invest in artist development no more. You got to be ready. Like when I went into Atlantic Records, they was like, okay, so actually Epic first was like, what are your analytics? I was like, well, I'm not a viral artist. And they said, well, that's what we need is we want artists that's got 10 million plays on TikTok and this and that. But then turn around, I go to Atlantic. I was like, well, I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell them I'm a songwriter, because maybe they'll listen to me more. So I was like, I'm actually a songwriter. She's like, no, you're not. And I was like, I am, I swear. And with the high voice, like I am. And then
and I see a lot of debate online about what's his name. Is it Jello?
Oh, Jelly Roll? Is
Swerve on the corner road.
What? No. You talking about the big dude?
No.
You talking about the
Swerve on the?
He just won the joint, right? Like
no, he didn't win.
Country artist?
No, he just got a big major deal.
I know who you're talking about.
That one single.
Tipsy, right?
No. I'm finna find it for you right now.
I was shooting the dog.
So there's a lot of people that's been like, they were like, yo, how the fuck did this nigga blow up? Here, this song right here.
Jello.
Okay, so he's the son of the guy who's like over the basketball league or something like that. So he grew up in like a rich basketball family, something like that.
Okay.
So
that helps.
That helps, right?
Yeah.
But he literally did an interview and he had just started rapping.
Okay.
He dropped that one song and it went crazy. And he got like a $13 million deal.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody's online. They was like, yo, how did this nigga get this deal off this fucking whack-ass song? He just started rapping. So a lot of artists had chimed in on that. And I think what it was, I don't know if he had paid influencers or whatever the case may be. Yeah. But for somebody like yourself that's been putting the work in, that's been grinding, and you look at shit like, well, god damn, I'm out here, and this nigga getting rich off of just of who his dad might be. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at shit like that, I mean, how does that make you feel?
I don't try to get caught up in that. Everybody has their own path. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know that's a politically correct answer, but that's like exactly how I feel.
Right.
I don't like if I'm focusing on another artist and what they have going on, or even listening to their music, it takes away from what I'm doing for myself. So
Respect.
I try to just focus on what Gabe Lusman is doing, and
Right.
Because I'm planning a radio tour right now. I'm at Popio-ish. I'm going to perform in front of Zaytoven tomorrow. I don't have time to be looking at what some guy on the internet is doing. No offense to anybody.
Right, yeah, for sure.
I don't have time to do that. Like,
Right.
otherwise I'm going to be sitting here and I'm going to be 40, 50 talking about, I remember back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we're not doing that.
Just like that. Remember back in the day.
Dead ass. Around the campfire with a guitar with a string busted on that joint.
Right.
We're not doing that, bro.
I hear you, man.
I gotta stay focused, man. That's all.
Man.
So, but more power to them. I think everybody has their journey, and sometimes it takes 20 years, sometimes it takes 20 days for some people, I guess.
Right.
But it is what it is, man. Every man has their day, and
right.
It's up to God, and it's up to your grind.
For sure. Well, let me pop my itch about you real quick, man. First of all, I just want to say I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Keep hustling, man. You got a great spirit. You know what I'm saying? You're very well spoken. You're very fucking talented as well, and thank you for that plug as well. Because too many people wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I respect it, and we're gonna always. I'm gonna support your grind. You support me. We're gonna support each other. You know what I'm saying? Keep this shit moving. So the last 30 seconds to a minute of every interview, I like to give the interviewee the flow. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's trying to get into this music industry, or anybody that's trying to progress at anything in life, I want you to look into that camera. I want you to speak some positivity into their minds. Let it sink into their hearts, and go ahead and pop your itch and speak optimism always.
Cool. Thank you for that.
Of course.
So Gabe Lusman, I'm still on my journey as y'all know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know it all or anything, but some stuff that I could give you guys if you're watching right now is a list of things that really helped me and along my journey, and to this day. It's like top things that come to mind would be keep God close, keep Him first. I think another thing would be keep your circle tight, and make sure that everybody around you is bringing something to the table, and you don't have a bunch of leeches in your circle, or people that is pulling you down or have a lot of negativity and trauma. Keep it positive. Always work on your craft, because that's your bread and butter. You gotta stay in the studio, stay in the gym. I'm working on that myself because I like to eat. Yeah, I like my Korean barbecue. I might go there when I leave here.
For sure.
Just that, and find you like a producer. If you don't make tracks as a rapper or singer, find you a producer or 2 or 5 and lock in, and do as many records as you possibly can, and then perform. Do the open mics. Do the podcasts, no matter how big or small they may seem, because I've still to this day I am selective, of course, and my brand is worth something, so you know your worth. But go and do all the interviews you can, and because everything is, you're not just gonna go and end up in an arena. Even like Chris Brown, these guys, they started doing these steps like I'm doing, and like we all do. So it's one fan at a time. It's not like you're not just gonna wake up in Madison Square Garden. It's one fan at a time. So if you can go do open mic and there's 5 people in the crowd, perform like it's 50,000 people and make those people feel important and like they matter. You know what I'm saying? Because they do. And then those people are gonna tell 5 people, and then those people are gonna tell 5 people. So just those are a couple things, and get on social media. I know a lot of people. I've even said I don't really like. I never said I don't like Twitter or any of these, but I was like, I don't really do Periscope. I don't like this, and then that'd be like the thing you need to be on. So make sure you're on every single platform. You're on Twitter, or it's called X now. You get on Threads. You know what I'm saying? Get on the new joint that everybody went and when they thought TikTok was over, the little Asian joint.
The red room.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? I cannot pronounce that thing. but so just do all that, and social media can be your best friend, because there's people that you can reach and stuff that aren't even in this country, and those people are all consumers. Some of my analytics tell me that some of my biggest supporters are overseas, like in Germany. I have a number 1 in Germany. This is 2017, but I've charted in many countries, and I've never been there. So just stick on that internet, put out music constantly, and those are some things. And always believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself, because there's gonna be a lot of people that try to make you feel like less than. And stay focused, man. Don't get caught up in women, drugs, and baby mamas, like all that crazy stuff. Like stay focused on what's important, and then you can make it. And I'm just here to pop my ish.
There you go, there you go, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he just laid it out for you, man. So make sure y'all take them pearls of wisdom, you know what I'm saying, to let it marinate a little bit, you know what I'm saying, to do what you got to do. Everybody out here got a dream, but it's going to take you to make it happen. And once again, this has been another episode of Pop Your Ish Podcast, and I am your stupendous host. Oh, before we get out of here, let everybody know where they can find you. Shout out to social media, whatever you got going on.
I just said social media, and I didn't even shout out myself.
Tell these folks where to find you at, dog.
Okay, so Gabe Lessman, I got a new single out, y'all. It's called What's the Move? And I need everybody to go on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get digital music, wherever you go to for that. Videos out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm here on Pop Your Ish.
That's right.
And I need you guys to follow them. Make sure you follow me, Gabe Lessman. That's on all social media. That's GABELUSTMAN. Gabe Lessman. That's on YouTube. Everything.
There we go.
Right.
There we go. There we go. Go tell a friend. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Follow my man. Repost. And this interview finna drop soon. Season 3, we up through there. And once again, I'm Jay Crutchfield, a.k.a. your stupendous host. And we out of here. Peace.
They got me popping it. I'm out there popping again. I'm with my dog. He got the torch. And we going straight for the win. Pop your ish then. Pop your ish. Okay. Pop your ish then. Pop your ish. Like that. Popping it. They got me popping my ish again. Yeah. Talk like you talk and walk like you walk. As long as you pop it on 10. Pop your ish then. Pop your ish. Okay. Pop your ish then. Pop your ish. Like that. Yeah. Too far in. I done gave them all the game. Yeah. Who gon' check my word? Now she hit that shit is flame. Private jet. BJ. I can see a bad thing. What's out Atlanta? This shit so overly. Give them real slang. Damn. I'm like, is it the drip or is it the way that I pop out with money? Yeah. I'm switching my gears. I'm popping back out. Ain't nothing on me funny. Yeah. Ain't no green bean. This the winning team. Come get something from me. Yeah. I'm turning them up. I'm giving them motion. I'm having something. Yeah. Pop your ish then. Pop your ish. What you waiting for? Pop your ish then. Pop your ish. Right now. Pop your ish then. Pop your ish. Let's do it. Pop your ish then. Pop your ish.